versus Goosefancy.
I know this is going to be a fun one. I know that I think they've played a couple of times before. Well, we got a couple of people saying Iowa's better in chat. I mean, right now, I think most people could probably say that, right?
Yeah.
There's a good argument to be made there.
As two casters from Nebraska, it does kind of seem that way at some certain points.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's.
But it hasn't always been that way,
right.
my child.
Thank you for enlightening me, and they're right into it here on PS2.
Yeah, exactly. The K-State PS2. Look at that football field.
It's awesome.
This is a really.
It's like nice and subtle. I don't know. It's very cool.
Yeah, it's like a nice green color too. Anyways, so Goosefancy taking a lot of percent right now as Skittles is just kind of getting all these combos going and going and going. I'm surprised that Goosefancy is staying with Squirtle right now, but really it's the only character that is able to contest the speed, the combo, the damage output of Young Link. And also
this Tanner specialty, there's the down air there.
Yep, and Squirtle is a character kind of most susceptible to dying to early strong hits.
And I was commentating Goosefancy's games earlier. He was sticking with Squirtle most of the time. Almost always he was Squirtle, unless he was fishing for like a kill confirm, and then he would go Ivysaur just to find those kills. But at all other points, even for getting kills, he was using Squirtle, and pretty effectively too.
I mean, a Squirtle piloted in the hands of someone who is very, very adept with them is super duper scary.
Absolutely.
And there's not a whole lot of characters that can contest the frame data of Young Link along with the combo routes that he has. Squirtle is one of them. I understand this choice. Skittles is going to take that next stock, though, at 132.
Yeah.
It's kill percent for sure, but Skittles is so good at just playing keep away and just playing very slippery, avoiding all of these situations, and that's exactly what he's doing right now as the more and more damage is getting racked up.
I mean, it's just it seems so easy to hit these down airs on Charizard. He's just so wide. Oh! Yeah, that'll do it. But it's 100% already.
Yeah. You do take a little bit of extra damage when you use that side B too, so it's looking scary for Goosefancy here, who is at 143. Skittles got 2 stocks, no damage to his name right now. There we go, 16%. Let's go.
Yeah, there it is, the down air again. I think down air took all 3 stocks in that game.
That is kind of the Skittles specialty, as you were saying. That is his preferred method of choice for deleting stocks.
Yeah, and you know, this could also just be like another example of like, hey, ban this stage against Tanner.
Yeah, I'm going to say it right now, chat. If you ever have to play Skittles, don't take him to PS2. It's his favorite stage.
Ban it.
He'll mess you up there, as he does most people.
True.
He'll mess you up elsewhere, but you know,
a
little less.
Exactly.
But I think maybe we're going to be seeing a different stage here, the small battlefield.
Yep. And I think, you know, if he can start off these Squirtle combos at a little bit earlier percent and then, you know, take a stock early, it might be a lot different than what we just saw. But, like, also, Tanner's just so fast, and he's just never, ever letting Goosefancy breathe. Like, how do you even find your footing in this match?
100%. Well, it looks like Goosefancy is starting to do a good job of finding that footing. What I like about the stage is that since it's smaller, you know, Skittles will be off stage a little bit earlier, and Young Link isn't the most amazing recovery, despite Skittles looking at making it look very viable with like the bomb recoveries and stuff. But being able to have access to like Ivysaur on a stage where people are more likely to be off stage, it's insane, and that's exactly what he's going for here.
So smart, just going down there and sniping that with the Ivysaur, knowing, you know, Tanner likes to, you know, go off stage and have that bomb ready, like you were talking about, and kind of like, you know, recover from a little bit lower, gets down there, snipes it with the Ivysaur.
Yeah, exactly. So this is looking a lot better for Goosefancy. This is the first time he's taken that lead this set. I mean, it's only been a game here, so we'll have to see how Skittles adapts to this. Goosefancy is doing such a good job of putting to use those adaptations that he was thinking about probably between the stage selection, right?
Yeah.
He's just playing really up in Skittles' space and not overcommitting, but still pushing advantage state.
Absolutely. One thing in the last game I saw Goosefancy do a lot was down smash at ledge with with Squirtle, and it would like 2-frame. It was crazy. So I wonder if he's going to try to go for something like that here too. But Skittles finding that stock there with the up air. We've gone to up air instead of down air for this one, maybe.
Hey, if it works, it works. I mean, they're both incredibly strong moves here.
Yeah.
Goosefancy just going to try and hold on to this extra credit that he's got on Skittles right now. I mean, you really don't want to start taking any damage because anything leads into everything for Skittles and Young Ling.
Absolutely.
Just doing a good job of, again, just laying off the pressure, knowing when to disengage. And this is kind of how you have to play it against a person who plays as effectively as Skittles. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot that you can do against Ivysaur charging that F smash at ledge.
Absolutely. And it looked like Skittles maybe try to go for a grab, but that Ivysaur forward smash, it like pulls back before it goes forward. So it's perfect for that kind of situation.
Exactly. And at ledge too, it covers all options if you react to it. Fun little fact there. Here we go. Skittles is playing from behind. You don't see that a whole lot. You don't see a lot of Skittles playing from behind. So a lot of people are popping off right now as Goosefancy takes these stocks. The goose is loose.
I love that. All right. And I mean, like you said earlier, like Goosefancy's doing a really good job, like whenever he finds these openings of like pushing advantage, but then also like still being mostly safe. As he sends out that up B, but doesn't get punished, so, you know. Yeah,
Goosefancy is doing a really good job of just staying out of that threat bubble that Young Link has.
Yeah.
And look at this. A lot of the time, he's just like, he'll interact, and then he just kind of holds shield, or maybe just runs away a little bit. Look at that, just retreating. You don't have a whole lot to worry about until you get bared at
absolutely.
ledge.
That was working a lot, I feel like, when it was hitting on, like, the cross of the upside of Link's shield, but when it's facing him like that, that just straight up strong forward air is going to be enough to take the stock. And now look how much it's turned. 86% on Goosefancy already just after a couple interactions, a couple strings from Skittles.
Yeah, and you know, you can't count Skittles out ever. He's always going to have his head in the game. I mean, he's such a menace.
Yeah.
Whenever he goes to regional, I mean, he did win level up, so I mean,
true.
He's not some slouch.
No,
right?
not at all.
Waiting out the switch.
That's
such
not
a good
kill, though.
Yeah, but that up air was terrifying right now. Goosefancy just doing his best to hold shield, not get hit by anything.
Living.
Good tech.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, even
now, yep. Oh, not quite enough.
Oh, people are getting rowdy right now.
Okay, here's what we see Tanner do this quite a lot.
Regrab.
Oh no, yep. And
There
that'll
we
be
go.
enough to take it. Skittles taking it 2 over Goosefancy there.
Yeah, that was really great stuff from both of them, and Goosefancy really did do such a good job to find that lead.
Yeah.